to a point, helped Ye to catch them up a bit more as well. So fascinating race developing here. Logan Sargent has caught up to Max de Fournet. So we've now got a four-way battle for the lead of the race. Victor Martins in 5th position. Big lock-up for Raoul Guzman there. Thomas Maxwell ahead of Richard Verschoor. Ye still can't get through. Of course, the higher up the order you get, the more difficult it becomes. But if you're getting slightly frustrated by this, Richard Verschoor just ahead is the next target for Ye, still in 10th place. So this is 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, with Victor Martins sort of on his own now in 5th. And then this squabble going on for 6th place. Now Ye has gone round the outside of Richard Verschoor and squeezes into a very tight gap. If he can be tidy on the exit, he'll make the move. Stick, he does, and he gains a place up to 9th then for the Chinese driver. And look at Frank Bird having a look at the inside of Richard Verschoor. It was a big effort, but it didn't quite pay off. So the British driver in the number 24 car just has to sit tight for the time being. Tremendous battles going on through the field here, and oh so close. The cars absolutely glued together, which shows just how equal they all are and what a good level of drivers we've got in this year's field. The drivers all the way through the field have been successful in other championships, other forms of motorsport, in karting, in other junior single-seater formula. It's a very strong field of drivers indeed, as we see a move there from Christian Munoz, the Colombian driver, to gain a place, the 54 car in 17th position. Max Futrell still down in 16th place. And now some super slow-mos through the chicanes, trying to avoid those. You can see how steep the curves are there, so you've got to kiss them to take the optimum line through the corner, but you don't ride them, because that will throw the car off balance. Just under 4.5 minutes to go, and look how close they are to one another. Now, for the lead of the race, Lorenzo Colombo has not been given up on becoming a race winner this weekend. He's still there with Christian Lundgaard, both of them looking for their first win in the campaign. They've edged away now from Max de Fournet, who's got a tiny bit of breathing space over Logan Sargent, 3rd and 4th. Fastest lap of the race last time out to Colombo, so that's why the gap has come down. He was 1.5 tenths quicker. There is Logan Sargent bearing down upon Max de Fournet for 3rd and 4th positions. Victor Martins in 5th place, and then 6th place, having a really strong run, the French driver Thomas Neubauer. 7th place Maxwell, 8th place for Ye, ahead of Guzman now. Has a big lock-up, then Ye runs deep into the corner, and it all backs up, concertinas up into one another, and they do well to avoid contact. Richard Verschoor had to get right off the throttle there in the number 12 car to avoid running into the back of the Mexican, but yeah, it's sort of left the ball for dead now as a result of that. He got on the throttle first, and away he goes off onto his next target. And who would put money on him, against him, catching the next driver and getting another, potentially another couple of points here, added back to his tally. Got a bit of a gap to try and make up. There's more dancing and weaving in the background here. That is Martins there on the tail of Bird as they came through shot. Bird has fended off the Spanish driver for now. Max Futrell has joined that little train as well. He's got Arthur Rougier just in front of him, the similar liveried car. And then it's Max Futrell trying desperately in this closing few minutes to get some points. If he doesn't pick up any points this weekend, he's going to be absolutely devastated, given that he came here as the championship leader. It has not gone his way. Tail end of the incident, and look at this for the lead of the race. Colombo is there now. Colombo has been an entertaining driver to watch so far this season. He goes for it, and he's going to have a couple of laps to, at least probably 3 laps, to try and find a way past the Danish driver. He hasn't got to worry about the drivers behind. They've got a nice big gap back now, about 2 seconds back to de Fournet in 3rd place. 4th place Sargent, and here comes Colombo. He pulls out of the slipstream, but there's a left-hander coming up first. He backs off out of it, and look in the background, Logan Sargent weaving this way then that to try and find 3rd place and get a podium finish here. The American driving really well here, but so too is Max de Fournet, putting the car exactly where he needs to. Victor Martins on his own in 5th place, and then still in 6th place in the distance there was Thomas Neubauer. Maxwell in 7th, Ye in 8th, Guzman and Verschoor running at the top 10. Frank Bird almost in the points, just behind in 11th place. Through they come again. Christian Lundgaard knows he's got to work hard to get this race victory. He knows the Italian is not going to make life easy for him. It's been good, close, fair racing so far. There's nothing to choose between those two, and they're both going 100% on every corner of every single lap of the race to eke out the maximum performance. trying to suss each other out, trying to work out where the opponent's weaknesses might be, where they need to defend, where they need to put the car to either try and find a way through or defend the position. It could not be closer between the top two, with a minute to go in the race, and it's going to be a tight squabble for the final place on the podium as well. Christian Lundgaard, the rookie driver, leading the way from Lorenzo Colombo there as they go through into the final minute of the race. It's 30 minutes plus 1 lap, so there'll be 2 laps to go, including the one they've just started. 2 rookies in the top 2 positions here, going for the race victory. A lock-up for Lundgaard, coming under pressure from Colombo. He runs deep into the first parts of the chicane, and then getting on the throttle a little bit quicker is Colombo, but Lundgaard now will put that car plumb on the racing line, and he'll have one eye on the mirrors as he comes through Curva Grande, down towards this next big overtaking opportunity at Curva de Rogia, the chicane, going a bit wide and a bit ragged. There is the race leader. Here comes Colombo. Can he go around the outside? Can he retaliate with a similar move that Lundgaard pulled off to get the lead of the race? No is the answer. Lundgaard on the back foot there, but he keeps the lead of the race. Time about to run out. They'll cross the line, and there'll be one more lap to go at the end of this. A long, long lap and a half this is going to be for Christian Lundgaard. Time will seem to fly by for Colombo as the laps disappear, his opportunities disappear. He's just dropped back a bit now by a couple of lengths. Lundgaard doing really well here, but he'll know he can't afford to lock up again. But it's between the devil and the deep blue sea. You've got to brake as late as you dare into that first chicane, otherwise the next driver is going to come charging down the inside of you. So he's got to brake late, but if he locks up and goes deep into the corner like he did last time, Colombo's going to be there ready to pounce. Third and fourth starting to catch up a bit as well, but to Martin's pace is good in 5th place. Yeah, he's just set the fastest lap of the race with the 150.5, so he's 7/10 of a second quicker than the leaders at the moment, having charged through the field. He's only 6/10 behind Thomas Maxwell, so there could still be another place to be gained here. It could be 7th instead of 8th. Thomas will have to defend hard for the final lap of the race, as the Chinese driver hunts him down very rapidly indeed. Victor Martin's flying as well. He set the fastest second sector of anybody in the race so far last time around, but he's too far back, I think, to get involved in the battle for the podium positions. Into the final lap of the race they go then. Here is Yeffier coming up, and you've got Maxwell battling away with Neubauer as well, so he's attacking and defending at the same time here. Maxwell goes for it down the inside, squeezes through. The Australian gains a place. He's a bit deep through the second part, but there's no way through there, and that's a nice tidy move, but the battle is not yet over. Look at Ye just behind them as well. So the 2 Thomases with Yiffy to try and fend off. There are the top 2. No change for 3rd. Defournet having a strong weekend here. The only block in the copybook really was him getting some contact on the first lap, which dropped him down. And look at this, side by side. Neubauer trying to get the place back, and he does. Squeezes past Maxwell. It goes off into the gravel. One wheel on the gravel trap, and through comes Yeffier to split the pair of them. So he's up to 8th place now. 7th, 8th and 9th running absolutely together here with just about half a lap to go in the race. Terrific squabbling here we've seen all day long, all weekend long in the Formula Renault Eurocup. Can we see a late change of lead here though? He's coming back at the Dane, but he's not yet close enough to launch a real attack, and time is running out for Colombo. He'd be very disappointed obviously, given that he started pole position, but what a move it was from Lundgaard to get the lead initially. And Ye is not done either. He wants another place. He wants that 7th position. He knows every point is absolutely valuable. He can't risk too much because Neubauer, he's not going to make life easy for him. Almost home and dry now for Christian Lundgaard, who is about to become the 4th different race winner in 4 races in the 2018 Formula Renault Eurocup. The rookie becomes a race winner. Lundgaard wins. Colombo in 2nd place. 3rd and his first podium of the season for Defournet. Sargent right with him in 4th place. Martins has gone through in 5th place. 6th place is going to go the way just about of Neubauer. Ye fending off Maxwell for 7th. 8th place for Maxwell. More good points. One of the most consistent drivers in the championship. Bird got through at the end to 9th place. So first points for Bird. Verschoor dropped to 10th place, and Max Futrell did not score points. He was 11th, just outside the points. And an absolutely